to my stream, where knowledge reigns supreme. Calm and collected, I'm about to go live, you know what I mean. Got high expectations, gonna teach you something new. Learning, hacking, exploring, there's so much we can do. Feel the excitement as we dive into uncharted lands. New discoveries await in this digital wonderland. Get a little more secrets, all along the code. No limits, no boundaries, no knowledge will explode. Welcome to my stream where the fire of knowledge burns bright. Chat with me, let's embark on this journey of delight. From the basics to superpowers, we'll learn and grow. In this stream of knowledge, together we'll grow.
Fixerbot says.
T minus 4 minutes.
Welcome to my stream, where knowledge reigns supreme. Calm and collected, I'm about to go live, you know what I mean. Got high expectations, gonna teach you something new. Learning, hacking, exploring, there's so much we can do. Feel the excitement as we dive into uncharted lands. New discoveries await in this digital wonderland. Get a little more secrets, all along the code. No limits, no boundaries, no knowledge will explode. Welcome to my stream where the fire of knowledge burns bright. Chat with me, let's embark on this journey of delight. From the basics to superpowers, we'll learn and grow. In this stream of knowledge, together we'll grow. Welcome to my stream, where knowledge reigns supreme. Calm and collected, I'm about to go live, you know what I mean. Got high expectations.
Stream about to start, 1 minute left.
Teach you something new. Learning, hacking, exploring, there's so much we can do. Feel the excitement as we dive into uncharted lands. New discoveries await in this digital wonderland. Get a little more secrets, all along the code. No limits, no boundaries, no knowledge will explode.
Welcome in. I'm so bored of for the countdown, you know, so I started doing something else instead. I'm just gonna finish typing to my mom. I almost typed in English now. So, the reason that my stream today is late is because I was with my kid. And he's not glad to go outside. And he was outside today, so that's very great. I have to tell people. There. So, telling her I'll call a bit later. Yeah, so we've been doing lots of C++ the last few days, though I have been doing some other stuff too. But I'm thinking it's time for a study stream. And we're doing the junior penetration testing path now. And we're at this network security one. Or rather, this is where we started, I think. They overlap, you know, the paths. So, it's lots of Nmap. Lots of Nmap. Then we have other fun stuff here. So, some are done. So, let's just get started. We'll see how long I will stream, because usually my actual timer sets like as end at 17, and since it's already 16, you know, we'll see. Yeah. So I think that I did not stream the start of this. Let's just... I think I might have just done these in the weekend. It's not like I stop studying when I'm not streaming, you know. So sometimes it's not streamed. This was a kind of interesting... I think we need this one. We'll see. For the tasks here. That's where I think I am, actually. Yeah, you just send packets. It's a bit sad though that we had to keep scrolling up and down. It would have been nicer to have a better layout here, but if we send a message from one computer to another and we can set the type, we can see lines how the packets travel, and we also get a network log, so it's kind of nice. Nice room. And I have learned things I didn't think I would when I read the name, you know, because, well, I know Nmap. Apparently, I didn't know everything that I thought I did, because I didn't know that when it's sending a ping, it's doing an ARP request first. I didn't know that. And I've been using ping for more years than I want to say. So nice with details and actually see how the package travel, even if yeah, you know, maybe not very realistic looking network. Let's just get started. I see there it references another room too. Something networking. Oh, there's more about ARP here too. You know, I've done ARP stuff, but apparently I didn't know as much as I thought I did. Let's go down to where I'm at, but let's just check quickly through the other ones. As a reminder, and, you know, repetition. Yeah, we can list IP addresses. I added this to my notes too. We can use a range. We can use a subnet. And I usually just do one at a time, you know, because with boxes, you know. And we can use a list. Oh, I'm sorry. I seem to always be tired when streaming, right? I think it's like as soon as I sit down, I go like, I have some food. I don't know if this is some kind of second lunch, maybe. It's so nice today that he finished. He managed to do what he was supposed to. Great. Yeah, so the targets list. And if we don't want to nmap to DNS. So we can make it not do a reverse DNS, but it does by default. Launching the attack box using the start attack box. Well, I did it on my VM, I guess. Let's revisit the TCP/IP layer, and that ARP is on the link layer, and TCP is of course transport. I think they had a better image too, an ICMP network. So this is nice to think about, that we have the different layers for this part. I like the information that's added here. Let's actually like this room already, because I like how it's, you know, it's very good educational information. I like it. So, and that's like the second room. I need to like them more. So, ICMP has many types, and then there's a link, and we have lots of type information, but some of them are deprecated too. Yeah, I really feel like celebrating now. Not studying, maybe. We did it. It's that kind of feeling right now. So, but this is also fun. So it's not like I'm doing something boring. It's fun. Though if I suddenly just jump around, it's like woohoo! Yeah. So we can use TCP specially crafted TCP and UDP packets for scanning. Those are actually intended for higher layers. And I guess we're talking about just existence of computers right now at their first Nmap room here. And these are tests that are done here. What type of packets will the computer send before ping? And that's an ARP request then. And we can test all this. And I have done that, so time to go to the next bit. And since I'm eating, I will TTS a bit at the start until I'm done with my sandwiches. And then I'll read instead. So I'm also going to... I was actually checking the SQL room that I had done long ago and wanted to make sure that I have everything in my notes. So I was making notes for that. I'm adding stuff to my SQL notes. This is not new, but these basic information, I think this is kind of, you know, I know this, but then you might forget. And sometimes I'm like, oh, what character was it that SQL used again? And it was called right, I remember. But you know, sometimes it's like, I don't use it every day, I don't use it every month, maybe. Don't use the normal queries in SQL. So, why not have it in the comments? Now it's here, from the first part of the SQL room there. I should like that one too, it was very informative. And I used it a lot actually in boxes. The union requests that are in there. They're kind of nice. So now we're going to go back to... I think it's here, right? I have Nmap, and this Nmap might get huge, but also I have added information in ARP. Here I have put the image there, and it's just there once, but it's in all of the... so it's in the ICP. There are actually text here. Let's see. I can't change this to background, but maybe you can see it's gray. So it says HTTP, HTTPS, and there you have TCP, UDP, IPv4, IPv6, ICMP. That ICMP is on the same level as IPv4. It's interesting, right? And then we have ARP down here, the more basic stuff with Wi-Fi, DSL, Bluetooth, and Ethernet. We're kind of a bit clumped here with the physical and... but I prefer the TCP/IP one. So, we're ready to start making notes and learn things. So, I'm going to TTS just while I eat, then I'll read.
How would you know which hosts are up and running? It is essential to avoid wasting our time port scanning an offline host or an IP address not in use. There are various ways to discover online hosts. When no host discovery options are provided, Nmap follows the following approaches to discover live hosts. When a privileged user tries to scan targets on a local network, Ethernet, Nmap uses ARP requests. A privileged user is root or a user who belongs to sudoers and can run sudo. When a privileged user tries to scan targets outside the local network, Nmap uses ICMP echo requests, TCP-ACK, acknowledge, to port 80, TCP-SYN, synchronize, to port 443, and ICMP timestamp request. When an unprivileged user tries to scan targets outside the local network, Nmap resorts to a TCP three-way handshake by sending SYN packets to ports 80 and 443.
And as always I'm thinking, do I want this in my notes? Because it's not always obvious that it actually does different things. Then the question is, how often will you do it on the local network? Welcome
New
in.
follower death siphons.
Welcome in.
Less than 3.
So that's not very often, right? The local network, your local subnet. And that's not when you usually do Nmap. You usually know your own stuff, but I guess if you're like on some kind of external pen test thingy, maybe. Were you actually there? I guess it's not called external, right? Well, local, I guess, right? When a privileged user tries to scan targets outside the local network. And if you compare it to the unprivileged user, so Nmap uses ARP request, ICMP echo, TCP ACK import to port 80. Right, and TCP SYN 443. ICMP timestamp request. And here it's nmap resource to TCP three-way handshake by sending SYN packets. So when we tell it not to ping, I guess it also does this. But how often do we sudo nmap? I like never, right? Or maybe, but not for the normal ones. I'm curious. What does it mean here? We have to sudo to do this, of course, right? Otherwise we're not privileged if we're not using it. Yeah, so I think I'm good with this.
Map, by default, uses a ping scan to find live hosts, then proceeds to scan live hosts only. If you want to use map to discover online hosts without port scanning the live systems, you can issue map SN targets. Let's dig deeper to gain a solid understanding of the different techniques used.
So, we can use SN targets. I'm like, what do I usually use? Am I forgetting everything? Let's actually look. Because password. So so we're using PN. So I was just I'm done with the sandwiches, so we can and the weather today is wonderful. I can see a blue sky and green, a lot of green outside my window now, so maybe I should be outside in the garden getting it ready for summer times instead. But I have to get some studying in, right? Today has been a very kid-focused day. No work or anything, just kids. So now let's look at what they use. Because they just say we're using SN, and then I'm like, okay, please just say what this is in detail. And they didn't, of course, so disable port scan, just ping scan. Alright, so it's just that. So if we want to check a subnet, it could be nice to know which machines, or which IPs actually there are machines on. And this is what I usually use. So I was kind of thinking they meant this, and that's why I got like, but what? That's not what I'm using. But I have used this too, because my ISP had problems, and I wanted to check from our side if it was any problem here, you know. And they had problems for more than a day. You don't expect fiber to go down for that long, but it was long ago now, so I guess it was last autumn. There. So yeah, this we need, of course, to simpler list targets to scan. Yeah, so all of these are kind of basic, and I guess I have help in my notes already, but still, and this is from another Trihackney room. So the question is, do I want bits of this in the nose, or am I pleased with this? But and also, do I want more than one nmap? Because there's knowledge, there's quick notes for, you know, usefulness. So this is more like more, you know, facts about it, how it works, right? And this should be at the bottom, because usually, come on, that's annoying when you
Generalissimo
can't
after
arrow.
69 says,
Fact number 1, Nmap was used in Matrix, Reloaded Kappa.
Oh, it was? Okay. So let's put this at the bottom, because this is if we want to dig deep into something, right? How it works. So why do we get no? Yeah, there's buggy stuff here. These need to be contained in these, or stuff won't work right. No, we have a header here. And the useful commands are actually supposed to be on top, right? So I've changed how I make my notes. So what is this? Oh right, oh my goodness, that's very old notes. We can even remove that. It's not even in the notes anymore. And let's put these on top. And so, how are you, Generalissimo? Everything good? I hope so, and everybody else too, of course. How are you today? Bored.
No work today.
Okay, no work. Yeah. So I've had a great day actually, because my kid, my 16-year-old that usually doesn't go outside,
Gonna go out in a
went
few minutes.
outside. Okay, nice. Yeah, and your, let's call it environment is kind of unfriendly right now, right? War is a horrible thing. So hope you're safe over there and have a great day later when you go out.
All good.
Good. Always nice to hear your check-ins, you know. I know Christy was worried there for a bit too, since we know where you live. So let's see. I was thinking of adding like these are unsorted, but let's make like scanning typing too fast for myself. And I didn't think I would learn anything from this room, but I did, or at once. Yeah, that's always nice. So, scanning a network, not a machine, that is. Let's... I've started using 3 of them instead, so they go a bit bigger. And if you do nmap SN, and then we have whatever targets. Oh my goodness. And now I did what I always get annoyed at when people delete what they typed instead of arrow back. There, and we need this to be this, or it will kind of break the formatting. And a little comment here. No port scan. And what did the help say about SN? Ping scan. It called it ping scan. Right. So only ping scan. Oh my god, I almost tipped my glass over. There. So just checking that everything is working as it should. And today is Tuesday, right? So always feels like a Friday. Though it's almost a Monday. But we have I think it's Thursday we have already. For some reason, I don't even know why. Then actually it's my birthday Friday. We'll see if I stream something special maybe. Let's dig deeper into gain a solid understanding of the different techniques used. ARP scan is possible only if you're on the same subnet as the target system. On an Ethernet 802.3 Wi-Fi 802.11. That's kind of I don't know why it felt like it was strong in my in my throat. The Nippon Soppa. You need to know the MAC address of the system before you can communicate with it. The MAC address is necessary for the link layer header. The header contains the source MAC address and destination MAC address, among other fields. To get the MAC address, the OS sends an ARP query. A host that replies to ARP queries is up. The ARP query only works if the target is on the same subnet as yourself, i.e. on the same Ethernet Wi-Fi. You should expect to see many ARP queries generated during Nmap scan of a local network. If you want Nmap only to perform an ARP scan without port scanning, you can use PRSN. So, instead of just what did they mean, I'm going to check what they mean, because that's how I learn. So SN is, as we just added to our notes, don't do the port scan, just check if it's there thingy. PR, so, and I wanted that case sensitive, but that's not how it works apparently. It's not me being blind, it's not there. PR indicates that you only want an ARP scan. So if I search for ARP instead, then I don't get any hits. So the help file is not as detailed then, I guess. But okay. So if it's not in the help, capital P, capital R. The following example show Nmap using ARP. Well, I'm thinking, well, first of all, maybe I should have 2 tabs with this up because I'm typing at the top. So PR is ARP scan only. Or do they mean that it's when it's combined with SN? The following example. The following example shows Nmap using ARP for host discovery without any port scanning. We ran Nmap PRSN machine 24 to discover all the live system on the subnet off our target machine. Or as, I mean, I guess that's okay to say too, but it doesn't sound as good. Well, seriously? Did I paste in a very bad place? Let's see. Control V. It jumps down here. Why on earth? So let's cheat with Notepad. VAX. Oh. So it's not just. It's another fail to copy. That's the biggest problem. That's the biggest problem. So now I have copied this twice. This is the 3rd time. I double clicked it even now. Can I paste it now? Finally we could. I even right clicked it and to copy it didn't work. So it was the last thing. We almost got this bit twice in here. Maybe we did even do it. I don't think so. I think it's okay. So this is an example of this. But we want more lines here. So they get a few hosts are up. In this case, the typebox had an IP. And Opens ARP request to the target computer, and those online should send an ARP reply back. So let's actually add some text here too. Sends ARP rec to all machines there. And the well, let's just say they send. If they don't exist, they can't send, you know? Or reply back. There. So, very basic stuff. But it might be basic stuff I don't know, so we're doing it thoroughly. If we look at the packets generated using the tools such as TCP dump or Wireshark, we will see network traffic similar to the figure below. In the figure below, Wireshark displays source MAC address, destination MAC address, protocol, and a query related to each ARP request. The source address in the figure we can see we are requiring the MAC address of all the IP addresses on the subnet, starting with the host with the IP address we're asking will send an ARP reply with this MAC address. Well, that's how we know it's online. And all of this was very obvious from the before text, so we don't need it. So, talking about ARP scans, we should mention a scanner built around ARP queries, ARP scan. Yeah, and I know I have ARP scan in my notes already here, but I don't have any examples. I think I should have just minimized the help bit. Oh, right. There were bugs in it, so I found stuff on that. So this is my old. Let's do 3, and let's put the help after the useful commands. So I don't go through them all and fix it. I just when I happen upon one of the old ones, I'll just fix it. So there we have the useful commands, and then at the end we'll put the help bit. It was kind of long help on this one. How many pages? And let's also, I don't know, this is not necessary. It's kind of obvious, and it's also here. So so let's go back and see if we can add some more useful commands there. It provides many options to customize your scan. This is the ARP scan wiki, which we don't have a link to. So let's add the link to the notes quickly there. Done. We didn't need to read it now. One popular choice is ARPScan LocalNet or ARPScan L. So I guess we could add the LocalNet one. on top of the other one. And I'm sorry for not hopping back and forth, it would be all the time. This command will send ARP queries to all valid IP addresses on the local network. Moreover, if your system has more than one interface and you're interested in discovering the live host on one of them. Yeah, that's why I was using the interface on mine. And I was using the long name, the long name for interface, and the short name for local net. So well, let's do L then, I guess. And no, let's have them both. It's a bit of a jumbled mess, but it's okay. Let's actually do this. Local net, and then do the short one just below it. So this is supposed to be I, and this is just L, and we'll have to add an extra dash there too. So we have both the long and the short one. We'll send an ARP queries for all valid IP addresses on the ETH0 interface, and I've done VLAN. Note that ARPScan is not installed on the attack box. However, it can be installed using apt install ARPScan. Okay. In the example below, it scanned the subnet of the attack box using ARPScan attack box IP. Since we run this scan at a time frame close to the previous one, we obtain the same 3 live targets. Similarly, the command ARPScan will generate many ARP queries that we can see using TCP-dump, Wireshark, or a similar tool. We can notice the packet capture for ARPScan and Nmap SN yield similar traffic patterns. Below is the Wireshark output. Yeah, so is there a difference? This is kind of sticking out there, of course. Five, 7. If you have closed the network simulator, click on the visit here. We have it up. We will be sending broadcast ARP requests packets with the following options. So, from computer 1 to computer 1 to indicate it's a broadcast. Packet type, ARP request, data. Try all the possible 8 devices other than computer 1 in the network. Computer 2, 3, 4, 5. Switch 1, 2, 2. There's the switch 1. Alright, there is there. How many devices are you able to discover using ARP requests? And they're telling us this, but I assume it's the 2 they mean, but they're not saying it. And that's always kinda annoying, right? Oh, the data. Okay, I get it now. They did actually say it, it's just me not remembering how it worked. We have the data here too. So The problem here is this button is there. I'll have to scroll really quickly up. And that's my focus. So 3 replied. Then we do 4. And 4 is down here, so it can't reply. And then we do switch 1. Did I spell it right, just to make sure? I'm almost sneezing. Spring times. So, let's do this one again. My only concern is that I'm scrolling too too slowly. And let's do whatever. Computer 1. Oh, right, sorry, I put a space in there. I wonder if it will even send that. Will it when it's itself? So they said other than computer 1. So we're not supposed to count computer 1. So we only have 2 replies. Well, we have ourselves 2. Oh my goodness, 3. So, but it says other than. And it doesn't get a reply from the switch. Oh well. That's a bug. I don't care. Oh. I replied to some questions when I was not doing anything to keep the streak going. That's why. I think I did 1 question for everything, so it's obvious I didn't actually do them. I've been thinking I shouldn't care about the streak, but anyway, let's see. It's not like I really care. Nmap host discovery using ICMP. We can ping every IP address on the target network and see who would respond to our ping. ICMP type 8 echo. Request with a ping reply. ICMP type 0. Thanks, that's new information, but I don't think I'll type it down since we have that link already, right? The types. Simple, isn't it? Although this would be the most straightforward approach, it is not always reliable. Many firewalls block ICMP echo. New versions of MS Windows are configured with a host firewall that blocks ICMP echo requests by default. Remember that an ARP query will precede the ICMP request if your target is on the same subnet. To use ICMP echo requests to discover live hosts, add the option PE. Remember to add SN if you don't want to follow that with a part scan. So, so where were I going? Nmap. So, let's scroll down to the help again and look for PE, because I think it's in here, right? So ICMP echo timestamp and netmask request discovery probes. Right, so echo timestamp or netmask, I guess. M for mask, E for echo, P for no idea. It was a letter that not used. I have to see if there's like PT somewhere. Right, so it's almost been an hour already. And the sun will not be out all days. I might make this a very quick stream, we'll see. Though, I could just, because it's kind of warm in here, I could just change clothes too. We've got ads on my mail. Okay. Someone that's not usually online went online. Just removing all the notifications on my phone without that one there. So I'm thinking it's warm. I'm feeling tired, but I'm thinking it's part of it is the heat. So I will probably just switch to less hot pants because I have jeans and it's kind of warm. So I'm just 2 seconds. That's quick. My jeans. Almost there. So what's thinner pants? I'm just thinking, should I switch shirts too? Yeah. I'll just switch shirts too. So, why such a knot? Like, it's like my kids tied this, but I guess it's the washing machine that did it. So, I'm curious, what temperature should it be outside? So this isn't very much, it just says like 14. There. So my mom got a message that my kid did what if he managed, he succeeded what he should do. He won against the its problems. So let's see. So that's much nicer to having 2 warm clothes. That's not nice. So I didn't find the PE one. Yeah, I did find it. It says ICMP Echo. That's all it says. Remember to add SN. So let's actually add PE to the notes, right? Because it's already here. But so PE, ICMP, Echo, there, and I guess request is kind of good, right? And that kind of made this longer. Well, let it be just all machines. We'll see if we get an example of this too, but I don't think we need one either. But I'm going back here, and maybe we should just add local network only. There might be good to have, because you never know, and public notes, someone else might not know. Remember to add a sign if you don't want to follow that with a port scan. As shown in the following figure, the ICMP echo scan works by sending an ICMP echo request and expect the target to reply with an ICMP echo reply if it's online. And we have the types here. So let's actually copy this bit. That was odd. What happened is that when I clicked Ctrl+C, it was unselected. TryHackMe does funny things with copy-paste. So, echo. Yeah, so it said ping requests. There. Because it's cool set to ping reply, so. And one of the places. Where on earth? Because did I already edit that? Because here it's just saying ICMP type 0. But I guess I added the ping. I'll almost have to go up and check that link. Because, well, right, I just have to reopen close tab. No, it was just ARP. I think I had another link. Oh, whatever. So, it would not always reliable. Many variables So to I'm sorry, I'll go bright light for a second because I want to see the text here. So PAE as in target, ICMP echo request, reply, post is live. So in the example, we scan the target using the nmap PE SN machine IP /24. The scan will send ICMP echo packets to every IP address on the subnet. Again, we expect live host to reply. However, it's wise to remember that many firewalls block ICMP. The output below shows the result of scanning the virtual machines Class C subnet using So let's just copy this one. Let's see, hope we could copy it and paste it in the notes. It ended up as a shell session, of course, so we'll have to just that's too bad. There. So I could have typed it quicker, right? Am I always tired on stream? I didn't sleep much again though. Just a minute, I'll see if I can get my kid to go out and play. If he does, say yes, I will be back soon. Bye-bye. There. This is a very odd stream, I feel. We have these vitamin gummy bears. So got my daily vitamins. I bought them for the kids, but why not? Remember that money fire was black. The output below shows the results scanner virtual machines. Yeah, I think I read this right. I'm not actually reading all of the text in the scans. Cool. I guess I think I know more than I probably do. So, yeah. The scanner shows 8 hosts are up. Moreover, it shows their MAC addresses. Generally speaking, we don't expect to learn the MAC addresses of the target unless they are on the same subnet as our system. The output above indicates that Nmap didn't need to send ICMP packets, as it confirmed that these hosts are up based on the ARP responses it received. Yeah, I was thinking like there's MAC addresses in here, right? We'll repeat the scanner from a system that belongs in a different subnet. Yeah. If we look at the network packets using a tool like Wireshark, you will see something similar to the image below. ICMP echo ping request. Are there any replies? No. You can see that we have one source IP on a different subnet. Sending ICMP echo requests to all the IP addresses to see which ones will reply. And we have another image. This is so annoying, but it's too bright in here so I can't see. PP, okay? Because ICMP echo broadcasts tend to be blocked, you might also consider ICMP timestamp or ICMP address mask requests to tell if a system is online. Nmap uses timestamp request and checks whether it will get a timestamp reply. And then we have the types here too. So this is PP. Okay. So let's add this to the notes. Simply PE ICMP. My god, how many spaces? Yeah, there's also 3. Why does this look so odd? Timestamp. So ICMP type 13. Well, I guess I just think timestamp request is very long, but I'll use the same format. There. Alright, so the example 2. And again a failed copy. Still a failed copy. Selecting the text once more. And now we got it. What? We want one of them still there, so there. I totally mistyped it. We already had PP. So anyway, all of this mistyping it will be easier to remember. And I don't need to remember it exactly, because we have notes and we have the help of the command, but just to have a reasonable hum about, you know, kind of know what's it all about. So if we compare this to this.
Jerome Slux says,
Good
Good
afternoon.
afternoon, Fix It.
Good afternoon, Taro. Sluck. Shouldn't use the full name, right? Hope you're good. So, I'm kinda tired, as always, right? But I've had a great day today, and the sun is shining outside my window. I can see the blue sky with a few white clouds and lots
I
of
saw you
green.
around on Friday on the raid train. It was great, wasn't it?
Yeah, but I missed a lot of it, though, because I was streaming. So I should have actually kind of stopped earlier, but I'll watch them afterwards. So, the streams. Got some thoughts there, and actually I should really get I should do a on streaming stream with setting up. I guess I'll need a second OBS and a second streamer bot to handle the second. You know, I'm intending to do the IRL streams not as test stream, but as on another on the Fixit 42 and Wind-In. So if you search for Fixit 42, you find that one too. So that's what's my intention, but it's such a mess that you can't just have several accounts in StreamerBot. Even you can have the bot too, but you can't have like several main streaming accounts. That's annoying. Because I can't check for chat messages even to start the stream then. In there. Let's continue.
Just followed your unwinding account. Smile, smile.
Thanks. I've just done like one test stream, I think, there or two. Actually just starting it too in another OBS. Maybe that's tomorrow's thing to do. On the morning stream tomorrow, maybe I should set up the other stream and stream with it when I do the IRL. Well, not test stream then, I guess, but it's still bad quality, so I need to get some kind of gimbal, I guess. You're in the Discord, right? Because I was kind of surprised. Let's see. I had a bit of a surprise here today.
Yeah, gimbal to stop the wobbles.
Yeah, I sent a message
Yeah,
here.
I'm in your Discord.
Yeah, I sent a message here. Yesterday's IRL test stream, I managed to mute myself just at the start, so it's all muted, except for a tiny bit in this at the start, like 5 minutes. And then when I put it in the holder, I managed to click the mute button in the IRL Pro app that I didn't know existed. I'd never thought about it. So I switched to the TTS app, and then it was running all the time, and I didn't noticing anything. I heard the TTS too, you know. So I didn't realize it wasn't. And there were no people talking to me. It was just muted. All of it was just quiet. Kind of funny. But now I know what to check for. I learned my lesson. But the funny thing here was that suddenly ChatGPT answered. Look, it sent a long answer here with suggestions on gimbals and stuff. And I was like, what? Before I even got anyone in
Aw,
this.
shame I wasn't there. I would have told you if I noticed something was up.
Oh, no problem. You don't have to be there all the time. Thank you very much for being here now. But this was funny because I added ChatGPT, you know, when I just started this Discord channel. And I was kind of like, today, okay. So I sent a message and it replied. And it was also replying about old stuff too. So I'm kind of, they might have changed some kind of terms or something that I don't pay, you know. But I have I guess I have a key in this. Maybe. I have no clue why it suddenly just worked. Because I'm not going to pay them a lot of money. That's not my priority, you know. So why suddenly? Just, you know, there are lots of messages in this one. Suddenly, it just replied to me. I have no idea why. Almost have to look at their page, like, is what changed? Will my script I made for ChatGPT
That's
work
strange
too?
how it just works. I didn't even have my credit card, so can't get an API key, I thought.
Oh no, I have an IP key. I didn't have any credit card or anything, but I had a short test. I think you had like 1 month or something like that to test, and I didn't test in that time period. I think I ran my test script that I was doing like twice. Let's see if it works. If it suddenly starts working again. It might be... Yeah, it's probably in here somewhere. So, let's see. This is the same, you know, as my Obsidian notes. Programming... Assistant... There's also a... This is the first test. I don't know which one. Because it worked twice. Then it was like, you don't have any... You can't use this. So... And we have squigglies too. So what if I... Oh, let's look at this. The generate main input. Since this is called nothing, and this is called... let's actually look at the dates of the files. Oh well, they're all the same. And it was October I did this. So it didn't work anymore. I tested. So what's the difference? Let's just run this one. Python file.
Just had our younger cat jump up on my lap and fall asleep on me in 30 seconds. She must be so tired.
So I can't just run this now, cause why doesn't it find us? I don't know, cause it's been installed, you know. Oh, 30 seconds, that's quick. Or maybe she's just pretending to be asleep. So I'm not going to debug this now and see. I'm not going to start pip installing lots of things.
She normally
that's
takes
already
ages to
installed.
settle.
Oh, okay. Maybe it's heat. Do you have warm weather? You know, the heat makes you like sleepy. I'm very sleepy now. Though I changed to you know, lighter clothes. This is very thin fabric. But still you get tired.
It's 19°C today, so yeah, it's warmer than it has been.
Yeah, maybe the heat then. So it affects me at least. I'm not a cat, I think. Maybe. I wish I wasn't allergic. It would be so nice to have some animals.
I'm coming back as a cat.
Cats. Yeah, it seems to be kind of nice life for most of the part. Some cats have bad luck, you know. Getting drowned in toilets and left outside in the cold when they're not used to it, and lots of bad things. Oh, well, I guess it happens to dogs too, but similar to the previous ICMP scan, the scan will send many ICMP requests to every valid IP address and the so 1, 2. Similarly, Nmap uses address mask queries. Alright, yeah, so it's just the next one, the PM one. ICMP 18. So I'm going to make a note of this too, so we have them all at the same place here, because it kind of feels stupid to just leave this one out. I guess there's a reason it exists. Why didn't I copy ICMP here? ICMP address match query and get, I guess. Maybe should have this format. That's good enough. And we have the example over here. So if I select and copy without clicking anything, I still failed. Got the wrong thing, so let's try copying once more. Control C. No, I failed. Third time of doing the exactly same thing on TryHackMe's page, and I got the paste, the image to copy. But also it kinda overdid it, right? No? It just was a formatting, so it was correct. So let's read the rest here if there's anything else. In an attempt to discover live host using ICMP address mask queries we run, although based on earlier scans, we know at least 8 toads are up. The scan returns known. The reason is that the target system or a firewall on the road is blocking this type of ICMP packet. Therefore, it is essential to learn multiple approaches to achieve the same result. If one type of packet is being blocked, we can always choose another to discover the target network and services. So, although we didn't get any reply and could not figure out which hosts are online, it's essential to note that the scan sent ICMP address mask request to every valid IP address and waited for a reply. And it was sent twice. Okay. So I just replied to one question to keep the streak up. That's why one is there. What's the option required to tell Nmap to use ICMP timestamp to discover live hosts? What's the option required to tell Nmap to use address mask? PM. And then we have what is the option required to tell Nmap to use ICMP echo? PE. There. So I learned something, because I usually so far have not scanned entire networks many times. Yeah, I answered one here too, right? So that was yesterday. I think I answered more than I actually needed to keep the streak up, but I know that it's been kinda odd before. Oh, I wish you could take you outside now and show you the beautiful weather. Maybe I just should take a walk. I've been working hard this morning to get my kid outside at like 13, and we managed to get outside. And he's not been outside since last year, like late summer. So it's good, a big win today. But I'm a bit tired too, and sitting by the computer is kinda sleepy. And I can see the sun, and I know that tomorrow it won't be sunny. I think it will be kind of rainy. Let's see. I got a message, Tyrone, that you're following me on Twitch here. Thanks. So I've just been streaming 1.5 hours.
Yeah,
right?
smile.
I'm thinking, should I do an IRL stream walking outside? We can do this quickly. I can start the app. I have 100% power. And let's see, you can see what's outside my window. So, I'll mute that extra audio from that. And you can see this is my view here. So, blue sky. So this is kinda where I wanna go, right? Outside into the sun, And all the green. Looks kinda inviting, doesn't it? But I have lots of stuff blocking. I should actually remove this computer from it. Oh, my kid used to have that. Put this on there. It doesn't even
Yeah,
have a
it's
battery
cloudy here
anymore.
now. It was sunny this morning though.
Okay. Yeah, so let's stop that. And let's actually turn on the audio so I don't forget it off. I don't want to leave it off by mistake. So, what do you think? Should I just take a walk outside in the sunny weather? Though it's not very warm, it's kind of like middle. But I don't know if you can see. This is very tiny. We'll see if I can get this up on the computer. So, rain. Anyway, it's not going to be sunny for a bit. I guess the weekend will be sunny. And we'll get better weather too. And this is Norwegian. There. So this is what I was looking at my computer or my phone. We have the sun up here. Let's actually switch to this. So that's what I see on my phone. I can see the sun, and it's been sunny here today. And then now it's about to disappear, and I see we have a stretch of bad weather here. Oh, the Norwegian is kind of funny for me to read. It says down, pouring warning kind of thing. It will not rain for 90 minutes. Yeah, so more than 90 minutes, I guess. But Norwegian and Swedish, they're very similar, so we can read and understand each other easily. But it's like funny spellings. Like someone thought up their own language kind of thing, you know. Feels like. And in Swedish, we don't say känns, we say känns som. And we have an A with 2 dots instead of this letter. And we had a D in between there. And this is not this, is a U here. Nu. And they say no. So it's very similar, but yeah, so this web page is kind of good. I actually made a Python script to get data from their API and get the weather information. It was actually for the one I had up for a bit ago. When I was looking for the AI one, I had my own one. That's not AI. Assistant thingy. Maybe I should continue on that one too. Because it's like meant to be just running in the background of the computer, telling you what things you have to do today, telling you the weather, telling you like, it's kind of, take a walk now when it's sunny, don't do it, it'll start raining in 5 hours, you know? But not with AI, but actually normal, simple ifs and stuff. Normal coding. Because AI can be kind of temperamental, right? And kind of find things up that are not true, and well, you know. So I'll keep this one up. Let's see, how much do we have left on this one? Cause I'm going to send a message actually if someone wants to take a walk with me.
Fixerbot says,
New follower Duvan Solar. Less than 3.
Welcome in, Duvan Solar. Welcome in. Do you wanna go take a walk with me? There. So, let's see. Let's read on for a bit. All right. So this is very interesting, and I don't want to hurry past anything here. I really want to do it. So this is the basics, you know. And if you don't know the basics good, you might miss stuff. And it's very interesting to know what it really does. Not just this command give me this information, but what does it send to get that information? What is it actually receiving? How does the network traffic looks, you know, how it looks. What does it look like? So TCP SYN ping. We can send a package with a SYN synchronized flag set to TCP port 80 by default. And wait for a response. An open port should reply with the SYN ACK, acknowledge, close port, but then we will only check for port 80. So if port 80 is closed, it's nothing. The closed port would result in an RST. In this case, we only check whether we will get any response to infer whether the host is up or not. The specific state of the port is not significant here. The figure below is a reminder how TCP three-way handshake usually works, and we'll have to do this again to see the text. If you want Nmap to use TCP SYN ping, you can do so via option PS, followed by the port number range list, or a combination of them. For example, PS21, PS21 to 25. Alright, this is the one that I quick checked to get the reply for one question. So I recognize it, but I've never used it at all, ever. So they were using this to scan the network too. So these are one of the alternatives for scanning a network that we need to add to the nodes, of course. So PS, this is a bit more advanced than the others because we can do ranges of things. Port number range list or combination. TCP SYN ping. So default port 80 can be set by port number range list or a combination. I can't spell range apparently there. So like PS21. I think that's their example, not that it matters. PS. Well, let's use theirs. 21 to 25. List. PS 21, 22. Just example. I shortened that one. PS. Well, they didn't have an example for the combined one, but let's just try then, I guess. If they don't have example, we'll just skip it, because we have an example down here. So, just funny that they have one list example here, and then another list example, right? They didn't do the combination. Whatever. I think that's what they were going to do, right? Privileged user root and sudoers can do send TCP SYN packets and don't need to complete TCP three-way handshake, even if the port is open, as shown in the figure below. And a privileged user has no chance to complete the three-way handshake if the port is open. You will run nmap PSSN. Scan VM target. I will discover 5 hosts. So, if I do this way now, will we get something on the other side? Woohoo! First time success! There. So, what it didn't say is that a definite on this. If your root are using sudo, it will just do the SYN packet. I guess so, that's what they're meaning, but it's not saying anything. It's just saying that they can. It doesn't say what nmap does by default. So, let's take a closer look at what happened behind the scenes by looking at the network traffic of Wireshark in the figure below. Technically speaking, since we didn't specify any TCP port, I'm just checking my messages. Since we didn't specify any TCP port to use in the TCP ping scan, nmap used common ports. Okay. Yeah, because it said 80 was default. Doesn't it always use 80 then? Any service listening on port 80 is expected to reply. TCP ACK ping. Oh. SYN ping and ACK ping. As you have guessed, this sends a packet with ACK flag set. You must be running nmap as a privileged user to be able to accomplish this. If you try it as an unprivileged user, nmap will attempt a three-way handshake. So, by default, port 80 is used, since it's similar to TCP SYN ping. PA followed by port number, range, combination. No port specified, port 80 used. Repeating itself, the following figure shows any TCP packet with an ACK flag should get a TCP packet back with an RC flag. The target responds with an RC flag set. Because TCP packet with ACK flag is not part of an ongoing connection, the expected response is usually detected when the host is up. So if we quickly check bright light mode, in this example we run sudo nmap p8 sn to discover the online, and to repeat, sn is for not doing the actual port scan, just as detection. To discover the online host on a target subnet, we can see that the TCP ACK ping scan detected 5 hosts up. And now this is more interesting. If we compare here, we have the SYN. And now we have the ACK. If we peek at the network traffic, each packet twice. I guess if they respond quickly to the first one, will it still send the second one? So we have made no notes on this. I was kind of thinking so and let's do so the difference. This is the ACK. And we have sudo required. Yeah, I was kind of thinking that. Let's do it a bit shorter. Did I copy just that bit? Second try, not the third one. There. The sun is kinda shining outside. Maybe I should just go and fix the garden for summer times. Also, we have this cherry tree that's kinda bad. It's got these, well, we're sawing it down in pieces a bit at a time, and my 13-year-old usually does the sawing and the carrying. I'm just along helping him. So maybe we should do a bit of that today in the sun. If we peek at the network traffic, we discover the packets act like that. I read this already, right? We were just making the note. So it's the UDP one, and then we have one lost there. Let's do the UDP one too. Finally, we can use UDP to discover if the host is online. So I have a bit of time, 2 hours until sunset, so no problem. And it's like kinda cold, 13, 12, 13 outside, so it's not very, very warm, but still I don't want to miss it. Yeah, let's actually see who's online, cause I'm thinking I might continue.
No options right now. There's no pro.
I might continue later.
Tyrone Truck says. Going to Earl's stream?
Okay, we'll see. I can actually look at. Let's switch back to this one, and I'll check if my kids want to go outside too, or one of them. And if no one wants to go outside, then I can stream. Hallå! Solglasögonen på.
Fixit says, I'll stream outside soon, smile smile. Tyrone Slux says,
Okay.
So this is all the way around from last time. Then I was streaming IRL first and I switched. So let's actually look at my code because I don't remember what am I actually doing differently. So I'm gonna cheat and look at what I'm doing. So if I'm remote, right, I remove the camera, and that's kind of automatic, right there. We can just remove it like that, and turn off desktop audio so we don't have some kind of odd echoes, and mute the mic also so you can't hear someone talking in the house when I'm not here. Yeah, and I'm not using the second OBS now. So unmute IRL mic. I think I actually... Yeah... well, I guess it's only here, right? So... yeah, I added this one too. To this one. So where is it? That's odd. Well, I could just start this again and we'll see. And I know also that just when I go outside. Alright, right, we have the bug. There's a bug that when you are recording a stream, you can't do it twice. Can't reconnect. So when I switch, I will have to stop the recording that I'm doing. It's just like 2 hours until sunset, but it will be kind of warm all the time. And I switched clothes to less warm clothes. I guess that outside in 12 degrees. This is for 24 degrees. Just get something on. Because it's not very cold, it's just, you know, a bit. Oh, I must have been making food with this one on. 2 dots. There. And this means I'll have to So, I'm kind of curious now. So, I scrolled right. This is a normal one.
Kitty says,
Did you know, if you crack an egg into a bowl or a pan and whisk it really fast and cook it, you make scrambled egg?
Ooh. But I usually have milk in my scrambled eggs. Don't you? Now I'm getting too hot again with this shirt on the inside. So I'm going to switch. Let's just forget everything I just looked at, and let's set this to true just in case.
I mean, you must add milk and butter and cheese and spring onion noiki wanyuu.
Yeah, but I'm not sure everybody even... I'm just gonna redo that, because why did I put a capital T? It does it itself, I know, but still. Yeah, so I'm going to actually switch. I'm going to close the stream down and start it again. I think that's the easiest way. I'm just closing all the apps in my phone. We are moving to IRL mode. I'm going to out in the sun. Out into the sun on the outside of the house. Starting the TTS on the phone.
I just got here noiki wanangi.
I'm not stopping streaming. I'm streaming outside, Nori. You can come along. Sorry. You wanna know more about Nmap instead? Or you wanna go outside into the sun? So, if we do a test now, we'll have double TTS.
Yes, let's go outside and play.
Fixit says.
Yes, let's go outside
Test.
and play.
Fixit says. Test.
So, there, I'm closing down the TTS. We don't have any, like... we can close this down, cause that's me switching the screens. What else do we want to close? I don't think there's... Maybe we should close Discord, because it kind of crashes my computer. Then we want StreamerBot and we want OBS running. And before I actually switch to this, I'm just going to short bathroom break.
Fixabot says. Stream duration 2 hours and 11 minutes.
There, so let's just make sure that everything works. If I'm going to switch kinda slowly here now, or am I actually going to stop streaming? Yeah, I think so. I think that's the best way. And then I open Twitch app on the phone. And we go to my channel. We go to chat. And so also I'm going to close that back. Do charging. That's kind of odd sitting here without anything in my ears. I can actually hear what I'm saying. Those are annoying. I don't like having stuff in my ears, so yeah, also let's so let's switch what we're doing. There. And I have to set tomorrow. I'll set up the other another copy of OBS and another copy of Streamer, but I guess I'll ask in the Discord, the Streamerbot Discord too, if there is alternatives. I can always like edit the configuration files programmatically, I guess. But I know they were hard to write in the right format back when I was messing with exporting the code from there. So let's just double check. So camera, when I switch scenes now, I didn't change anything there. Why did I save? This is now it says remove true. Let's actually just go for it and be ready to start stream. There. And so I'm going to stop stream and start streaming on my phone. I think that's the quickest way to do it. And my IRL Pro was already trying to broadcast, so there.